I've tried to make a One Piece video for a long time now, and they all come out so wrong, or I don't like them. I've dillied, I've dallied, but none of them seem to flick my bean good enough. I couldn't use any examples of why it's so good because I don't want to spoil anything, but talking about it seriously didn't seem right either because it's a story with hot chicks where pirates have superpowers. So, instead, I made a tier list. Stay with me now. A tier list to play on stereotypes, to be extremely judgmental towards other people, and to hopefully help you figure out whether or not you should give this show a shot. Don't make any fun out of this tier list. Don't enjoy this experience. This video is a pillar that is 100% factual. You watching this video right now should deeply self-reflect about whether these apply to you or not. And if you disagree with anything in this list, somebody affiliated with me may or may not waterboard you in those very same tiers. If you're watching this video and you're single and 40 years old or know somebody who is, come on, look at this guy. You'll probably like One Piece. You'll breathe all of it and watch it all, and I would put you in here. Next up, we have the nerd. This person doesn't want to be part of the system. They think they're not like everybody else. They might watch some just to try to stay in tune with the culture, but I think they would watch through it. Top 10. Nope, I take it back. They would breathe it in. They would love the fact that it hates the system, man. It's a metaphor. You don't get it like I do. Crypto version. Everybody knows a crypto guy, man. Somebody that was like talking about the blockchain and they didn't really understand it, but they just knew what the blockchain was. And I feel like it's a little harder to come by these guys these days. Even these, I've never seen a girl do this. I think it's only pretty much guys who are crypto versions. But this guy would, honestly, it's kind of a wild card, I want to say. But I think it's a little cop-out. I think the fact that they care about money so much and want to be contrarian as well probably put them in the rabbit. And hey, that's okay. There's just different species, but they'll go in the rabbit hunting wabbits category. If you like fishing in bathtubs, this might be a show for you to watch. You know, it's pretty goofy, it's pretty zany, like it's a serious show at some points, like fishing in the bathtub. You know, you gotta make a day's work. You gotta make a day's work. You gotta get down with your hands and grub. So I would definitely say you would watch it, put it in your top 10. I think the thrill of the hunt will keep you relatable for the show. At this point, if you're still watching and you don't know what One Piece is, it's anime. It's an anime about pirates, and it's got a decent amount of action, but it's mostly about character development. Government's corrupt. It's filled with adventure. If you're a young man, you will 90% of the time like this show. If you're racist, that's one of the exceptions. It's one of the most popular animes of all time, as well as one of the longest ones. Side note, I like the AI overview Google gives now. I've never seen it wrong, and I think it's great. Anyways, moving on though. We got the short form demons. These people lurk in the shadows, but you know they're out there. You'll see in a friend's feed Family Guy clips or SpongeBob shows pop up. It's like, those are there for a reason, buddy. You're watching through whole shows of different stuff on Instagram Reels or TikTok, and that sucks so much. That being said, this person has an attention span of like a baby monkey and a ball pit with like 70 million colorful balls that they're all focused on. Ooh, you get to see some future pics. I realized I forgot to rank this run, and I meant to put it and watch some and quit because the attention span. Ooh, back to the video. We're a brown guy. This guy thinks he is adult, and he thinks he's growing up because he's wearing brown, and brown's a mature color. He also thinks brown pretty good, and to be fair, brown is a pretty good color to wear, but this guy like only wears brown, right? And I'd say he would, so far the list is pretty balanced, but he would definitely just watch some and quit. He'd indulge a little bit, but wouldn't have the commitment to pull through. Just like these guys typically don't have the motivation to pull out either, from which then they would turn into a parent of a living being. If you're a parent, I'm still young and I don't know what that's like, and that's insane, and you're just built different. I don't understand you. You're a wild card, so have fun being in there. Wild cards are super beast mode, man, but they're just out of my jurisdiction. I feel like it wouldn't age well if I were to put this anywhere, or I'd just be wrong, and that'd be misinforming you watching this video. Anyways, next up we have Cross Tattoo Guy. This guy also might have cross earrings, or might even have a Zelda tattoo. If you know one of these people, you know what I'm talking about. Like, just a small step over a line. In relation to One Piece, you might be asking, why the hell are they on this list? Well, I think these guys would be complete weeb warriors for One Piece, and I'm gonna keep them up there. Next up we have the baby. If this is you, you haven't developed object permanence yet, so get to work on that, little fella. You know, we got a lot of babies in the chat, so keep growing, guys. Keep eating your food. Keep doing a good job, workers. And I'll say your first episode in, you know, you might not be able to comprehend much, but the colors, there's a lot of shiny colors, and there's cool pirate, and it's pretty friendly art style for children, so you probably like. If you know someone that's an avid show enjoyer, they just like watching shows. They'll watch whatever's on. They probably won't like One Piece because it's so long, but they might like the live action, which had like $18 million budget per episode. So I'd say this just isn't their thing, really. If this is you, if you like to read books and words in your hands, then I think you'll probably watch through all One Piece. It's a good story, I think, and I think if you like to read specifically like story-based novels, then you probably like One Piece. I have seen the whole thing and read the manga, and I think it has good story, and I recommend it. So if it looks like you, if this guy is you, then you should give it a try if you haven't. Next up, we have the art girl. If this is you and you think this image is cute, then you will breathe and watch One Piece and you will love it. So you're welcome. Completely inverse to that, we have our stocks guy, and you'll see the image is boiled potatoes. If you just want to trade money to make money, if you day trade, if you don't believe there's any spirit in the soil and our earth, or know somebody who does, then this is the stocks guy. And the stocks guy would they would never hit the stocks guy radar. If you're a stocks guy, there's no way you're watching this video, so I don't believe you if you're actually a stocks guy. Next up, we have one of my favorite ones. You already know, the homie. If you have like a best friend that likes everything you like usually, or loves you enough to where even if they don't really like something, they'll still enjoy watching the show just because it's like in conversation and stuff, they'll watch it. They might quit, so I'm kind of in between these two, but I'd say the majority, if they're really the homie, they'd watch it. They'd watch it. Next up, we have Office Person. Everybody knows someone who just watches The Office, or their favorite show is The Office. And there's nothing wrong with that, honestly, but I don't think those people would really vibe with One Piece that much. I don't think a lot of those people watch anime, which is fine. I'm not trying to judge anyone's interests. I'm no better than the next guy. But if you exhibit any of these qualities in the categories, then hopefully you'll find out whether or not you want to watch the show. If you hang out with real girls that aren't AI girlfriends, then this probably isn't your thing. You must be new to this place. No, I'm joking, but true story. My linear algebra teacher last semester, he was searching something in his Google for whatever reason, and you know how it pops up with the auto searches, like, oh, this is what you searched last, recent searches, and it shows like that weird clock icon. The first thing that comes up is AI girlfriend. I'm looking around to my left and right like anybody else saw it. Nobody, dude. And I didn't know anybody in the class, so I couldn't relish it. All I have is this relic in my head, and it took all of my training not to burst out in laughter. Oh my god. Because he was, I'm not going to dox it, but picture the guy you think would do that. He is exactly that in your head. I will bet all of my money on that. I'm broke, so it's a win-win. But anyways, next up we have Young Dumpling. If you're a young dumpling, similar to myself, you got plenty of life ahead of you. You breathe in an ocean breeze instead of stress and grief. And you've plenty of soul left to enjoy, and you should try this show to expand your horizon. I think you would really enjoy the show, and it would be in your top 10. The world's your oyster, pal. So fuck it. Next up, we got Gym Guy. And Gym Guy is a little complex because depending on where Gym Guy gets their motivation or habit from, Gym Guy could either be a complete warrior or a complete not my thinger. A big focal point in the show is the main character Luffy overcoming challenge and doing grit, exhibiting strength. Anyways, but there's also just a lot of casual gymmers who just, you know, have daddy issues or whatever. So I'm gonna say first episode. I'm gonna say I feel like most people in the gym, if you give it a try, they'll give your thing a try. So maybe you'll make a deal like, oh, I'll go try lifting if you watch first episode of One Piece. And then from there would be the fission where either they go full weeb or not their thing. Next up, we have the Bee. God, that was bad. You know what? I'll keep it in. Next up, we have the Beast, and you'll notice there's root beer in the background. Because I was thinking of this. Root beer is the coolest drink. Everybody who drinks root beer is cool, and you cannot convince me otherwise, man. Root beer is just so based. It's so good too. And it has beer in it. What's not to like? I mean, come on. Anyways, I think the most beast mode thing you could do with One Piece is watch it till the very last episode and then just not watch it. So they would probably watch some of it and then quit, which for those who don't know, the series is still continuing as we speak. So they'd be an avid fan for the next couple. I think the series is supposed to end in 3-ish years from my conspiracy theories. But yeah, that's the Beast. Completely opposite of the Beast, we have Wanna Be a DJ. Keep it sweet and simple, just like most of them, and we'll go not my thing. This would never hit their realm. If you're one of the Kendrick Lamar rider soldiers that cavalried into battle on Twitter, and you think referring to him as K-Dot or Dot it makes you more hip and more with the culture, man, you'd definitely be a D1 hater in the rabbit section. Everybody's got a friend that isn't there, that's notoriously mysterious or missing. And this is a wide known phenomenon. There's memes on this and stuff, but I figured I would throw it in because this person, they're just in their own world. And I think that they would watch all of it through and then just tell no one. They would never tell anybody, but they've contributed however 100 amount of hours to their life just watching the show and they love it, but they'll tell no one. Anyways, we have this somewhat shameless guy. I don't know if you can see it that well, but this guy has a shirt and a poster on. I'd say One Piece clothing, I mean, it's cool if you wear it if it's more subtle, or if you have one poster in your room, but both, I mean, come on, man, it's a little too much. I'd say that's close to complete full-on bottom of Weeb Warrior, I'd say. Speaking of the troops, if you have paid for any woman's sexual interaction or anything remotely close to that, you would be at the top of this list. One gripe I have a little bit about One Piece actually is I swear everybody's gotta have these insane back muscles to carry around the trucks on their bodies. It's like he only draws toothpicks with like giant kahutas, man, and like just chill, my brother. You gotta just chill sometimes. Or there'll be shots of just full buns, man. Just like, why can't you just show everybody in a circle around? Why do you have to make in the foreground somebody's ass? I have a little bit of respect for it just because he's like completely playing the game with teenage boys and stuff, but I don't know if the bag chasing justifies it, because I'll never get in the way if somebody's trying to make dough, right? I might hate a little bit, but I'll never get in the way of that. But I don't know, man, because it kind of contributes to that whole forcing all women to craft an image of what the ideal woman looks like, and that's honestly not cool, bro. Speaking of bro, we got the real Nelkers, man. If you're in the chat, if you full send, bro, if you like UFC full all the way, bro, if you like money, chicks, and Ferraris and cars, if you think saying Ohio is funny or doing push-ups when you're sad is what you gotta do, this will never hit your radar. And I hope you live a good life and get what you want. And I hope that what you want makes you happy, man. If you're unemployed, I wrote a joke down that was like, if you're unemployed, stop watching the video and go get a job, dummy. But it's just so stupid. It's making me laugh. It's just so fucking stupid. Oh, I'm so tired. If you need work, it'll be a wild card. Because either you'll watch this whole series in 2 weeks, or you'll or you'll go get a job. Next up, we got the Bloodthirster sister. This is someone you know that only likes shows with gore or blood or horror films. The people are just freaks, man. They're built different. This person would not like One Piece, mostly probably because the pace, but also it's a little cartoony. And I think people like this also have a good idea of what their taste is as well. So we'll also put them in the not my thing. Anyways, if you like slice of life anime, yeah, that's right. We're getting into the real weeds, the soot, the moss, the grub of this. If you like slice of life, that's even more slow paced than One Piece, and you'll probably watch all of it. I would say you'd probably watch all of it and enjoy it if you haven't already, which I think there's a very small amount of people watching this, and also a very small amount of people that are watching this that have seen slice of life anime that also haven't even seen One Piece. But hey, if there's one person out there, Jesse, you gotta watch One Piece. You got to. Next up, 50% of all Jujutsu Kaisen fans will hate this on Reddit. I've been bullied. I mind my own damn business on Reddit. You know, I make a little joke here and there. I don't use Reddit, but I'm catching smoke all the time. And I swear to God, it's always from guys. I always follow up with the question to try to get to know more about them, like, where do you work? What's your address? Do you watch JJK? Etc. You know, just the typical stuff. And actually, exactly 51%, according to my analytics, fall into this category. Next one, this one clicks up to... hits a little too close to home, is what I meant to say. This is you if this is your first video of mine that you're watching, and you're in the same boat as all of us. You've already watched the episode for the week and you want more. You just want more, because at this point nothing can replace the actual footage, and you've already watched like the Grand Line review for the day, and you just want more content, man. And I'd say you'd breathe One Piece. I know you would. Which leads me to the last one, me, which I will put myself right there, right behind my fellow content wanters. Anyways, I wanted to make a video on One Piece without it being too overstimulating or too One Piece-y, if that makes sense. But I mean, obviously, if you don't like anime, this video isn't going to change your mind. It's not going to blow your mind or anything. But if you're in the category where you haven't seen any One Piece, I mean, it's actually impossible for me to know what you are like. However, I like it, and since I like it, and it's my opinion, I want to share it and say, hey man, try it out, man. Try it out. Just try one. Try to watch it, the first episode. And if you like it, then boom, you gotta show you like. If not, then no worries. No cut loss. Cut loss, net loss. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm slurring my words together. And that's where I stopped that recording. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I have one final last message, as well as here are some real reasons, and here's the last message. If my all-out Blitzkrieg attempt didn't even get you to try to watch the first episode, ultimately that's fine. We may not see eye to eye on this entertainment source or whatever, but that's okay. Everyone's different, period. Full stop. And everyone has their own value systems, and that's their individual right as a human being. Everyone's equal, you know? But I guess just once, is it so much for me to ask to be the freaking king of the world and rule everyone's opinions? Like, I never get what I want, and I deserve supreme leadership. It's like, ugh, and these liberals won't give it to me. I guess, okay, put the handcuffs on me. That makes me the bad guy, I guess. I just wish people would notice my nobility. I guess that's all. Freaking fudge, dude.